All right, we're now switching focus to the story in Delhi that we've been tracking over the last few days, that of the Shraddha Walkar case. Remember, this is the case in which Aftab Poonawalla has confessed to police that he allegedly murdered his live-in partner and after killing her, cut her body into more than 30 parts and spread them across the forest behind his house. We have an update for you in this story. It seems that Shraddha had actually written a letter in which she'd claimed that today he tried to kill me by suffocating me. I'll try to bring you more details because if we are able to confirm the details of this letter and that it was in fact written by Shraddha, who it was written to is also going to be a question. But the fact that these allegations were out there, it seems this letter was written to the police. When it was given, was it actually given to police officers? These are some of the big questions that remain. Obviously, then the next set of questions would be why wasn't action taken if the police already had this evidence. Now, I do want to bring you more information on the case itself before we connect with colleagues. The first is that a narco test is set to take place along with so there are two kinds of tests, a polygraph test and a narco test that are both going to take place today. A polygraph test, you'll remember, is often called a lie detector test. It's where an individual's breathing rates, heart rates are both measured while he's answering questions. The other kind of test, as we just told you, is a narco test. It's where a person is given what is called colloquially truth serum. Now, this is the details that we have right now. We are going to bring you more details. My colleague Vinaya Deshpande is with us right now. Anvit is also with us right now to bring us more details. Anvit, we're seeing this letter in front of us and purportedly this letter is to police people. So multiple questions come up. The first, what does the letter say? And the second, was this a formal complaint? Did police take action? Anvit, were you able to hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Should I repeat the questions or were you able to hear them?
Yeah, can you please repeat the question?
Anvit, we were asking you two questions. First, could you tell our audiences what the content of the letter is? And the second, the more important question, was this letter given to police officials and did they take action when the letter was given to them?
See, what we are being told is that Shraddha had given this complaint against Aftab, and this, as far as the content is concerned, she had clearly mentioned that this man blackmails her, scares her, and then she had also said that he will cut me up in pieces and throw me away. She goes on to mention that it's been 6 months he has been hitting me, but I did not have the guts to go to the police because he would have to kill, he would threaten to kill me. Now see, what's interesting here is that Shraddha had said in this letter that he would cut me into pieces and throw me off. Now we can see this in two ways. One is that Shraddha had anticipated somehow that she will meet this fate given the kind of brutality this man used to unleash on her. Also because police so far all they have is this man's confession, and what is important to note here is that there could be that Shraddha met some other fate, but this man, based on this complaint that Shraddha had given in the past, has made confession to the police. Maybe he is still misleading police, and because of this letter, now he would try to corroborate his statement that is given to the police. This can be seen in these two ways. But it remains to be seen how the police will, what conclusions will police draw from this letter. We are also learning that this complaint Shraddha had filed and then she had withdrawn this complaint, and therefore no case could be registered against Aftab at that point of time. But now, as the investigation are heading into the disappearance of Shraddha, I think this letter will certainly play a crucial role, and we are also learning that since Aftab's parents have now been questioned by Delhi police, they also will be questioned on this line that whether or not they knew about this estranged relationship between the couple and the fight that they often used to have.
Okay, just stay with us, Anvit. I want to go over to our colleague Vinaya. Vinaya, this letter was addressed to police in Maharashtra. I see it in front of me, and in the letter, she's very clearly said, she said, today he tried to kill me by suffocating me, and he scares me and blackmails me. That's one of multiple lines. I want to understand from you, Vinaya, did police formally receive this letter? And if they did they investigate it? What took place after?
Yes, Toya, in fact, the letter was formally received by the Torrens police station, and we see a stamp as well of the Torrens police station that has been put out there. Now, what is important to know is that in this case, Shraddha, sources tell us, had to be convinced to approach the police, as she was a bit apprehensive. Even in that letter she says that she didn't have the guts to approach the police, but since this had been going on for a while, so she is writing to the police. What is important is that Shraddha, sources tell us, had confided in her mother, who's no more, about the kind of physical abuse that was going on at the hands of her live-in partner. We also have learned that she told about this to her father, who asked her to return to the family immediately, wherein she allegedly told him that she was an adult and she could handle her own problems. So we have known that Shraddha had spoken about the physical abuse to her parents. She had spoken about it to her friends as well, and that is how we see that after being convinced, she had written to the Turin's police as well. Now, as my colleague has said, the letter was possibly withdrawn thereafter because she didn't want to pursue the case, and therefore it is not yet clear on whether the police acted on it or whether the complaint was withdrawn before that. As of now, probe still continues, most of it in Delhi, but some statements being recorded in Vasai as well, where a team of the Delhi police is present. Back to you, Toya.
Vinaya, stay with us. I want to go back to Anvit. Anvit, are you still connected with us?
Yeah.
All right. Anvit, I want to understand from you, when a formal complaint like this is put, what is the procedure? If the victim decides to withdraw their claim, does that mean that the police does not investigate it at all? Or would the police have called Aftab in for questioning even if it was withdrawn? What's the correct procedure here?
See, when a complainant withdraws such a complaint, police does not take actions, because this was not a grievous case, because she has only alleged assault in this case. Also, police could have taken suo motu complaint, because if there was a grievous case, had there been a murder or some heinous crime. But see, because this Shraddha had only complained that this man used to assault her, and she was anticipating that he could further threaten her or kill her, police had we see on that letter that there is a stamp of the police station.
Right.
So police had acknowledged that, and further they would have registered an FIR, and they would have further gone on to register a case against and book Aftab at least under 323 IPC, that is of assault, and other section that it would invite. But because Shraddha withdrew the complaint, I'm sure she also gave it in writing that she does not want to further proceed with this complaint, and that no action shall be taken as of now. So in that case, police would not have taken any action, but police certainly has it in their record that this woman felt threatened by her live-in partner, and therefore because she has also gone on to mention that anything if happened to her, it shall be known that this was the man who had hurt her. So in that case, this letter becomes a little crucial, and now the Delhi police, as they are probing this as a disappearance case, because so far, see, this is not the murder case so far. There's no dead body, there's no weapon of offense, so there's no murder case. They are just probing disappearance of Shraddha, and they are proving that the woman is dead and who had killed her. So
Okay.
that probe is on, and this letter certainly will be a crucial link in this entire investigation.
Okay, I want to go back to Vinaya for a second. Vinaya, can I understand from you the fact that this letter is out there, the fact that this letter is from 2020, does it in some way show that Shraddha was failed by the infrastructure around her? Because the lines in this letter are very clear. When she says she's been suffocated, that she's afraid she's being abused, it's a very clear sign towards abuse that she's receiving. So somewhere, doesn't this also point to a failure of the infrastructure around her, or is that not the right conclusion to reach?
Well, as of now, several questions are definitely being raised about that, Toya, because firstly, how is it that while Shraddha has said that even Aftab's parents knew about the abuse, how is it that nothing was done from that side? Because clearly she had stated that her own parents were against their relationship, and that is why they had found support in Aftab's parents. That did not really materialize, that did not really turn up to be a support system in the true sense.